Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Tifosi Time, episode 88 of the best mid New Jersey Serie A soccer podcast in the world, mid central New Jersey. I don't want to get too cocky. Um, we're coming at you live 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch and YouTube, and we are also available on all podcasts. We just had a very long debate also, and for our droves of avid fans that book their entire week around our show, we will be off next week for Memorial Day. So, yeah, I don't know, get a hobby for next week and come back thirsty the week after that because we won't be here. So we just figured that was better than not showing up. But this is the final week of Serie A, and a big congratulations to AC Milan, who took home the Scudetto and kept it from Inter. So that's okay by me. I'm Frank. I'm here with Chris, Dan, and Pietro. Say hello, fellas.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
I was going to say, this is the happiest us four have been as Juventus fans this season. This week, and Juventus lost, and we don't even care.
Yes, we don't even care. This has been the shittiest. I was just playing back some of the crummy things that happened soccer-wise this year from Italy and Juventus, and the best thing that could happen was that Inter didn't win, so that's my conciliation for the year. Yeah, Inter won the scrubby ones versus us. Anyone could beat us. So it doesn't matter.
Everyone did beat us.
Yeah, everyone did beat us.
They not deserve to beat us anyway. They robbed us.
Except for that whole scoreboard thing.
Yeah. You got the refs in their pocket, right?
When you need the refs to beat Juventus, you're a bad team.
That's true.
God, you guys are so bitter.
I don't care. I don't even like Juventus anymore, so whatever.
What are you talking about? Inter is sorry. They say even with the VAR, they could not win the Scudetto.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you say. He's the one who puts us online.
What do you mean?
I agree with that.
We tried to help you any way we could. I mean, more than this, what do we have to do? We put our shirt on too.
I feel bad for two. I feel bad for two people: Inzaghi and Gosens.
Oh, what?
Gosens was only there for like a week and a half. Yeah,
season.
that's it.
Why inside?
Yeah, why Inzaghi? I don't get it.
Because I like him. I would have liked to.
Spiazza. Spiazza.
Let's jump into the games. Let's talk about them.
Let's start with Dan. You take us away.
For people who didn't know, all Milan had to do didn't matter Inter's results. They just had to win. They had to get 3 points or draw, right?
Tie
or draw or win. So it was really in their hands. Inter needed to win plus have a loss for Milan. So slight chance for Inter, but the way Milan's been playing, 16 unbeaten.
This
wasn't likely in this game. Milan versus Sassuolo. I mean, the only thing I'll say that they won 3-0 is yes, it did go to the last week, and that's what you wanted. But this game wasn't a game. This game was over.
This game was funny. First of all, Maxi Lopez, I think, might be being sold to Milan because he gave away the ball 3 times that led to 3 goals. So don't be surprised.
He didn't say he's going to mute himself.
Our producer has screaming babies in the background, and the talent is getting pissy. So I think there's a hidden deal there that we don't know about yet, but Maxi Lopez might be on Milan next year because he played pretty. I mean, he gave the ball away 3 times. He was getting knocked over.
It wasn't just him. The entire team played like crap.
Okay, but you know what? I was happy they won like this. I was hoping they didn't tie 1-1 or they didn't play conservative. They came, they tried to get a lead. They took it to.
They didn't back in. They didn't back into it, right? They played.
And it shows the difference between Milan and Inter and Juventus. Those teams both went to win and play the game, and Juventus couldn't even get the last win of the week. They couldn't wait till the season to end.
I think for Sassuolo, I think it was a bad performance in a way. Everyone's watching you, and your players that want to get bought by other teams, and you do that. Come on,
yeah,
that was
me.
Listen, if it was 4 or 5 weeks ago where I was heavy on the Sassuolo train, remember they were playing good. We were all on them, and then they had a couple of losses in a row. But the way they've played the last 2, 3, 4 games, it's I didn't have any hope that they were going to give them a hard time. It was only going to give Milan a hard time if Milan came in pressure, and they were like, they were playing scared, but they came out loose and they took it to them from like the first minute.
Dude, at the end of the day, Leao is too good for them. How ridiculous is it, dude?
I remember Dan texted me middle of the games like, Leao's totally getting sold because, I mean,
you have to think the big clubs in Europe are all looking at him.
Yeah, but
they're going to get substantial offers for him.
Well, I was reading some stuff, and they were saying that he has got like $150 million release clause, but they're also working on a new contract with him because they want to keep him. Obviously, he's ridiculous.
Listen, he made the Sassuolo players look like cones.
Yeah.
Like he was running past them like they weren't even moving. It was what the hell?
I felt bad for Moldar over there. Like he had no help and he was just getting beat constantly. Leao had 3 assists. He had a 4th one that was taken away. He could have scored. And he's the MVP of the season. They announced that he was the MVP, which is rightful. He was just insane.
And I think Scamacca went to Kane's soccer camp because in the first half, he could not trap a ball, Scamacca. It was like watching Kane all over again. Like he got the ball, he fell over. He tripped over it multiple times. He was giving it away. I was like, what happened to you, Scamacca? I was like, oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even remember Berardi touching the ball. Like, that was – if they were trying to showcase their players and sell them, good luck. I wouldn't buy any, except for their goalie. That's the only one I would
This team's getting raided.
Let's say they didn't play them at all.
No, they didn't.
They didn't go inside the field.
I think Ferrari played okay. Consigli played okay.
No, just Consigli.
They would have had a harder time versus a team that was getting relegated than versus Sassuolo because Sassuolo wasn't playing for anything.
You see, for example, Salernitana lost 4-0, and they still in Serie A thanks to Venezia. Mm-hmm. They stopped Cagliari.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. Venezia is playing for nothing and still give an effort. Sassuolo is playing for nothing and give 0 effort.
The bad thing is they were playing home, right? They could have played spoiler. Like you would have thought they would have played.
There were so many.
It was like 18,000 Milan fans.
Yeah, there was a lot of Milan fans there. It was like 80%.
I don't know. I'm super happy. I mean, as far as the players, like Drew came in clutch.
Anyway, we have something. And the celebration, right, on top of the bus.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
They had a sign, the player. It is the Coppa Italia put in your ass. They're going to get in trouble with this.
Yeah, they should get in trouble.
They should get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
A straight jab at Inter.
Yeah.
Wait, so let me ask you guys a question. Since they did win this season, looking at this team, Magnan, Tomori, Tonali, Leao, Hernandez, are they the favorite next season?
Well, Kessie's gone, right?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think they're necessarily the favorite. It depends on because listen, Giroud played a good year, but it was really they have no other person but him. Leao played great. Leao meant a lot to them. If Leao leaves
Frank, depends on what the new owner is going to do.
Well, exactly.
If they decide to buy people, they can compete. But let's say already, Kessie's leaving, right?
Yeah.
Giroud, Brown, they hold. So they need some young guy.
Yeah, I mean, look, they should be up there and compete.
The enthusiasm, they're not going to have the same enthusiasm.
I see. That's the thing. Like, I don't think the league is what they're going for. Like, yes, obviously they want to win the league, but they want to make the next step. The thing that they're going to get judged on is Champions League next year. Do they get out of the group? Do they advance further?
No.
They need players. They're not a perfect team. They have a lot of holes still.
For the Champions League, they're going to be on the first
That's what I'm saying. So there's going to be pressure on them to get advanced.
They're going to have easy team, right?
They're
going to go right? Interior. No, the first five. Juventus is second, Inter, Napoli, the third. But that's not the problem. The problem is to make the team strong. Now, if you say already Kess is leaving, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can count Giroud, Ibranovic as a starter,
Mm-hmm.
They old. It's like we're taking Chiellini left, Bonucci is still old. He has this age, so we cannot count them completely. And Milan is the same thing.
I will say if they get a couple, 2 or 3 good guys, right, to help their team. Let's say like Muriel gets sold from Atalanta, they get somebody like that, someone a little bit younger. If they have
so they're signing Origi from Liverpool.
Yeah, and there's rumors that they want Berardi. So like
Berardi would give them
if they get those players,
they'll be up there for sure.
Yeah, but one thing, they're going to be on the, to compete for the championship because they are the champion. But they're not going to be the same.
I hope they get better. I mean, I want Italian teams to get better and actually make moves to be able to compete in Europe and not just, because this year we said there was no great team. They outlasted everybody else, right? And they played good at the end of the year when it counted.
That Milan in the championship is the only one who made it good, really.
Yeah.
They have a 7 championship, Milan.
What, in the Champions League you're talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah.
7.
That's what I'm saying. They have the best history of anyone. That's what they're going for,
Once they beat us on the final.
That was before it was called the Champions League. Some of those, though.
I don't know. Whatever.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, exactly. Listen, if for Italy to be the peak to come back and compete in whatever way versus these big leagues that have money, they need teams like Milan and Inter and Juventus.
But
powerful teams.
Yeah, but still, I think it's going to be a difference already all the time because take the English team and take a PCG. Did they can spend any amount of money?
The money is too.
So I mean, they're going to get new owners, which we don't know what their financial. They're going to invest. They're not going to just say we're not buying anyone.
Yeah, but then maybe they keep the same tactic, the same to make some money to.
They should. I think they have a good system in hand. They make money on players. They're not going crazy spending on overrated players, and it worked for them. They have $100 million payroll.
Like that, you cannot win every year.
Well, they won this league. Not everything.
Yeah, but even this year they won. The best team was Inter. And Napoli was better than Milan. Either.
I'm not going to say Inter was the best team. They didn't win.
I don't know how
listen.
On the paper, they have the best roster.
Constructed.
Okay, who cares? On the paper, Napoli had a great roster on paper too, and they came in third. Who gives a crap?
Yeah, but if you think about it, Frank, never mind that the help Inter got from the VAR, but they had the 3 games that lost to Inter. One with Bologna with the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One with Milan itself, with Andanovic made, could have saved. Come on, he lost the game, Andanovic. And one, I think it was Sassuolo.
We know
but every
why
team had those.
Yeah, we know why they didn't win the title. The thing is with Milan, they made the least amount of mistakes while getting screwed over by VAR by more than other teams who got screwed over. And they had the most complete team. They never dipped too low. They stayed afloat, and then they pushed at the end when they had to.
But Daniel, this what it could be, winning, help winning. The enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think even
you see, if you compare and go back to our team, Juventus, play with no enthusiasm at all. Yeah, and with a coach that didn't give nothing to that team to play, say like Nicola. You see, some people give something to the team.
But part of the problem with that,
what do you give to the team? Nothing.
But part of that problem is too. You have to look at the age of Milan. They're all young.
They're young.
Juventus is a bunch of geezers.
Yeah.
But if a coach you had the balls or something, you say, "Oh,
yeah, well,
I know you're not good, but give something in there."
Well, give it up to Pioli. Manager of the year, he did awesome.
Yeah,
he did well with a bunch of young kids with not a lot of experience. Right, Tonali had his best year in Serie A
by far.
Tomori made big jump. Kalulu played good. Right when Kyer went out, he stepped in. Leao,
even people like Krunic playing. Who knew Krunic would play that much time towards the end of the season? Like, the guy was on the bench all season.
I look at those couple spots, right? Like Salamakers, Krunic. I'm just thinking where they can improve. Giroud, right? If they could get a couple of
Listen,
people that are decent, they can make a jump forward.
I think if they get Berardi, they're winning it again. I think
Berardi would help them.
He would make that much of a difference
with Leao and Berardi. You still, listen. They still don't have Boston, right? They have Giroud, but
he's not a bad player.
We can give him Kane if they want.
I think if you're looking at the team, and you, Chris, you were saying they're a young team and everything like that, but like even someone like Ibra who barely played, like he was huge on that team, even though he didn't play. Like even this, did you guys? I sent you the speech that he made at the end of the after the game.
Fine, that's nice, but this history, how many times can repeat itself?
Juventus did it 9 years in a row.
Yeah.
But Juventus had the player.
But listen, it doesn't have to be huge players, and Juventus Milan gets either, right? We talked about a couple forwards that we would have liked to have from smaller teams on Juventus, right? We said Henry, we said the other guy who's good in the air. Forget.
Artanovic,
there's another one, Juric, right? Milan could get a couple players like that just to add to the group and make a more complete roster that can compete. You know what I mean? They don't have to get superstars. Sometimes this is about getting good players, right? That like make it.
Yeah, but I just think, Frank, you have to look even at the age. You already have to Tottenham, Giroud, Ibrahimovic. Juric, you already think he doesn't have a 32 years old.
Right, that would be more of a short-term move, right? 1 or 2 years.
No, they have to think bigger than players like Juric.
No, because you see.
I'm just saying there's a place for different people that can still make your team better, more complete.
For example, we give out the Bala and we get to Di Maria. Di Maria is a good player. Now, nevertheless, he's 34 years old. Do you play 1 year? And then you look for somebody else.
Well, that's why that's a stupid. When we talk about Juventus, well, that's why we'll talk about why stupid plans. But for Milan, I think they're young. That core is young.
Listen, they got a better goalie than they had last year, and that's very hard to say, but he was better than Donnarumma. He won goalie of the year. They had the MVP of the season. They have Tonali, who could have won best midfielder. They had the coach of the year. They had a fantastic season. They deserve to win.
Leao is probably one of the most dangerous players in the league.
In the world.
Yeah,
maybe in the world. He's got to still prove it on an international stage, but I mean, a couple more, at a bigger level, he'll get there.
I think, like you said, for the offseason, it's going to be interesting. And this offseason is going to be interesting for everyone because you have to remember the season starts in August this year. There's 4 games in August. July is the spring, the camp already. Like Juventus is going to be in America in July.
Which is crazy.
So like they don't get a lot of off seasons. The moves are going to happen quicker than in previous off seasons. Milan, to me, they need a center forward, they need an attacking midfielder, and they need a right winger, and then they need to substitute Kessie. They need about 4 pieces still to improve, and maybe a backup, center defender if Kaya is not healthy and can't play.
Milan already they said they got a Boston, French.
Yeah, I mean. Boatman. They're looking at. I mean, that's not official, but they've been linked with him for 2 years now. So
that's a really good get. By the way,
he's really good if they get him.
They're gonna reinforce, and they're gonna do it smartly, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna, but still, it's they had tomorrow. Kalulu, they play beautiful.
They play great. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, but I mean, their backup is Romagnoli, who's not going to be there, and they have Gabbia, who I don't think they trust.
Well, they have Kyer too.
If he comes back healthy, that's the thing. Yeah. So you probably want to get another center back.
But listen, they're in a better position than Juventus. Losing Chiellini, we have Bonucci.
Center back wise, I mean,
it's and Mugani, like who's not coming back, right?
You know what I read? I read the Miral Atalanta are going to buy, no?
No, I read that.
Take Juventus and they're going to resell in England.
Why are we not allowed to not buy him?
So what do we don't keep the mirror?
I read that they're gonna.
I read the opposite. They're gonna take him.
Listen, if Juventus could get him back and Demiral, maybe you make that as part of the move for Bremer, right? Or in exchange, you could do something with Demiral for sure. But I don't think Atalanta's not going to buy him back.
Yeah, but they say Inter is favor for Bremer.
Bremer won defensive defender of the year, by the way, if you didn't know. He won.
He did?
Yeah, which was deserved. So his stocks, it hasn't been any higher. It's going to take a lot to get him.
Yeah, which means he's going to England.
Yeah, but if you talk, you see,
Tottenham.
Like if you think about the last game of the season, Roma kick Torino ass. And so that means the defense, Torino did
Yeah, but
like they walk.
Bremer didn't even play.
and Rome had something to play for.
Yeah, that game, you can't judge it on one game.
But that's also the same thing too. Like it's like, oh look, they scored 3 goals on us. The lit must suck. Like no, the rest of the team stinks, and they let them have the ball over the field.
Well,
Doesn't matter who's in goal and who's in defense.
The game didn't mean anything. You saw Bonucci. That was disgusting.
Oh well, that's the disgrace. I mean, that's like why wouldn't you put an 18-year-old there who wants to play his first game instead of Bonucci?
Yeah, but don't forget we have Allegri.
Allegri. Well, let's save that for the shit on Juventus segment.
Yeah,
let's talk a little about Inter first because what do you guys have anything to say about Inter? I'm glad they lost.
I mean, they won 3-0. I don't think the time is right on the goals there. I think they scored them all in the second half because the first half I think it was 0-0.
Audero did a beautiful game.
Yeah, Audero made some saves.
Him.
I don't like Audero. I don't think he's a good goalie.
He's a good goalie.
He's good.
But he kept Samp in the game, and Inter, like we said, needed to win it. And at that time, it was already 3-0 in the Milan game before Inter even scored their goal. So it really didn't matter. So this game was kind of like, yeah, they won 3-0, but at the same time, it's like they knew they had no shot of winning because of how Milan scored so quickly, which, like, again, left a little bit out of like the drama. But for us, we were happy.
All I know is we don't really like really old players, but like Inter needs to re-sign Perisic after the season he just had. Like,
which they just upped their offer, I think, again for him.
They have to. The rumors of Juventus getting him, right?
Yeah, there's those rumors too.
Hey, if they get the ball, we should take Perisic. It's only fair.
Yeah, but Perisic good, but you go to the same for Di Maria.
Yeah, everyone. That's the thing.
Yeah,
every player that Juventus is linked to right now is 30+ years old. So what are they trying to do? Save
they have Acerbi there too.
Every player, it's almost like they're just trying to save Allegri.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the direction he told me. He's like, listen, I need some people I can trust. I need some veterans. And that's,
give me a bunch of 33-year-olds that we can't get rid of. That's awesome.
He didn't ask himself, maybe those are the players trust me.
I mean, I don't think any of us would be upset if Perisic was on the team, though. I don't want to sign him to a 5-year deal.
How old is Perisic, though? Is he 33?
He's old. He's late. Yeah, he's early 30s.
Oh, I thought it was early 30s, like 31, 31.
No. I mean, I
listen, personally, as much as Perisic is good, I wouldn't sign him if he's 33. I mean, you're going to have to give a guy a 3-year contract. Do you want until 36?
Even a Pogba is 29 already.
Yeah, I mean.
But again, we're getting back into Juventus. For this Inter, I mean.
I didn't watch it. So you guys,
I was watching more of the Milan game, but I don't even want to talk about the game. It's basically
they say the Rai is going to go.
The Rai should go. The Rai's best years are behind him.
Problem of making money. So either they think Lautaro, Bastoni they're going to sell.
I think if you swap out the Rai for Bremer, you've improved your defense. So if that's what they do,
if they get Bremer, that's an upgrade.
And I think they can get probably equal value for the Rai.
Bastoni
leaves, that's a loss because he's the youngest one.
Well, that's the thing. You have these English clubs that want to put in huge money for him.
So, I mean, how much do you think they can get for Bastoni right now?
A lot.
Decent amount.
A lot of money. 50 at least.
50, 60?
I think 50.
No, I don't think more than 50 they don't get. It's the fan.
But I think the big question mark is, what are you sticking with Martinez? Based off this season, he had 21, 22 goals. Is he going to be the guy you trust? For me, no. Like I said,
I would sell him. I would sell him when his value is high, personally.
Yeah, but I've never been really a huge fan of him.
Who are you going to replace him with?
Yeah, but you cannot sell. You cannot replace.
Well, I mean, if they're getting the ball on a free,
but if you want a good team, you don't sell your best player.
But you also can't just keep adding and have 25 players either.
No, and you're right. And they're always hurting for money.
Now Juventus, main cause of the black, it was we don't have a backup. The backup suck.
Who?
Starters suck.
For
Juventus, the starters suck.
No, but Inter's in a different position too because they don't have money to spend like crazy. They need to make profit off of some people. So that's why I'm saying Martinez, compared to what you bought him for, compared to what you can make on him, it might be worthwhile to get rid of him and then replace him.
Still there, Daniel. it's like they don't think they spend 35 million for Correa.
Yeah.
So
I think
if you want to save, you don't buy Correa if you keep out.
Yeah, but okay, but how much do you think they can get from Martinez?
Well, so wait, really quickly on Correa, that was part of like appeasing. We lost Lukaku. We got
They lost Hakimi and Lukaku, and they had to get some players back.
And I don't think Correa is a bad sign.
So they got a deal to Correa.
What?
Yeah.
So Martinez, how much do you think they can get for him, realistically?
70.
I would say at least 70 million.
Okay, so if they went to do that and they brought in like a Muriel for 30 because he's old, they're not going to lose much. They can
I wouldn't spend the 30 million.
No, I wouldn't spend that much.
I'm just putting money.
Good. The money was good, but I wouldn't spend 30 million.
Frank is right.
He's you a number.
He's someone who would be available where you're not going to lose that much of a difference.
I would have spent the 30 million. I would have spent in Raspador. Yes.
Okay, so there you go. There's another great example, Raspadori. Like you get Raspadori, you have 50 million to put towards the rest of your team.
Yeah, I mean the finance is huge, but I mean for Inter as far as the season, they had a good season. I'm not going to say they had a bad season. Yes, they wanted to win, but with everything they lost, we know where they lost the season. It was the beginning of the 2022. What was that? February. They got hammered in all those games and dipped in the standings. Just that little slip up for 4 games, what it was.
Yeah, they were up by what? 11 points, 12 points.
It screwed them really, really badly. So you didn't see that last year with Conte.
And we said that at the beginning of the year, right? It's a matter of like when teams have a bad spell, it's like how long does that bad patch last for? Do you stop it after 2 games, or does it go 6-7 games and that kills you?
This year, the most consistent team won, and that was Milan because
I have no problems with them winning.
Yeah, they had no dip like that.
Because there was times where Napoli played the prettiest. There was times where Inter played the prettiest, but they weren't consistent enough to win a whole season.
Do you remember Inter Napoli the first 11 games undefeated or something? Like they were on historic runs, and then they just went down.
If you think about Milan, start very strong.
Yeah, but when did they go?
Juventus they start slow.
Yeah.
So when a team lose about 5, 6, 7 points, then it's hard to.
We were making fun of Juventus. They had like 3 points after like 9 games.
They were in the relegation.
Yeah, but I was going to say, do you remember after the new year, Juventus was the hottest team for ever, and they still suck.
So there's some credit you have to be given to any champion for being consistent, because in the end, it's who can be consistent to get the most amount of points. It's not trying to play prettiest for 15 games.
Do you guys think if Conte is the coach instead of Inzaghi, they win?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, probably.
I think he does better with the subs and the managing, and the players just play harder game in and game out for him.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw what he did with Tom.
I also think if Conte was there, they wouldn't have got rid of Lukaku and Hakimi.
No, he wouldn't have put up for that.
Yeah,
he like, listen, you're keeping me, you're keeping my players.
So
but if you think about, all right, Conte maybe would have won the championship. But as a player, I think with Inzaghi would they play better?
Yeah.
You like their style better.
Their style is more entertaining.
They were definitely more fun to watch with Inzaghi than Conte.
Well, Conte, there isn't enough fun to watch at all.
Yeah, I mean, Conte, when they're playing well and they run, they're entertaining, but Inzaghi's is more overall entertaining.
Yeah.
But again, like, would you rather be entertaining or would you rather have 3 more points and won the championship?
Would you rather have another title, right?
I would like a ball. Well, Inter scored about 20 goals, more than 15 goals, more than Milan.
Yeah, but how many did they let up?
How many did they give up, though?
No, 1 more, mate.
Yeah, I mean,
so that means they won a lot of games 4-0, 5-0, where it didn't really matter.
I mean, they beat up some games where they won like 5-6-1 against 6 crappy teams. You know? Like, does that really matter?
Those teams 0-0.
But so this will make you happy. Inter has 19 championships. Now Milan has 19 championships.
Oh,
so Inter is no longer
17.
Well, 19, but 17.
Inter maybe 18.
17.
Because,
did they still 2
no,
for us?
18 because maybe they think Juventus can get one that they took back.
Oh, they want it back, yeah.
No, I think they are still in the court.
Yeah, they didn't win on the field, right?
No,
so
the point is that Milan has done it legitimately and won, and they might get the second spot before Inter.
Now we have to put a bet. Who's going to get to the second Stella?
Hopefully, Milan.
Oh yeah, who's going to get the number 21st?
Inter or Milan.
Let's hope Milan.
Yeah, I mean, so the one last thing I want to say about the season is like, I don't know. To me, it was it was a weak season overall. And when you see teams, this team win and that team win, and then another team win 3 years in a row, to me it just says the competition's not the greatest. And like I don't know, like there clearly wasn't a dominant team because you would have somebody win maybe 2 out of 3 or 2 in a row.
You see, I would expect more a little bit than Napoli.
Yeah, how they didn't win anything.
Napoli is also
Napoli. They would have beat the year.
Napoli is also another team that I have to say, like, you know how we said, I said a while back, and you guys jumped on later. It was like, it's the end of Atalanta, right? I think it's the end of Napoli's cycle too. Like with these players, like they didn't win this year. Like it's time to break it up.
There could be huge changes for Napoli. So
who's going to leave? Insigne's gone.
I think they have to change.
There's rumors of everyone leaving. Everybody wants their players.
There is a rumor even the Juventus want to Koulibaly.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, people want Ruiz every year. People want Osimhen. People want Koulibaly. Yeah. People want these guys. They're not going to just be like, we're keeping everyone.
It's left, so they have to think about.
Yeah. So that team could look a lot different next year. And you're right, Frank. I think out of all the teams in this 5-year window, they're the team that's going to regret it the most of not winning anything.
Yeah, this was a year where they definitely could have won it. But again, like we said, that was the problem at the beginning of the season, right? Some of these teams just don't have it in their DNA to be consistent enough.
Mm-hmm.
They go up and down, and the end.
But especially them, like they just choke in the biggest spots
every
time.
I have a question. Like if Vlahovic would stay in Fiorentina, what it could have been that.
He would have won the scoring title.
Oh, he would have scored. Yeah, he would have won the scoring title.
No, could it be maybe they would go for the championship.
And they could, I 100% agree.
But we said that right during the window. We said if they're able to get him, it's worth the Champions League to Juventus, the extra money to make it the Champions League.
And that's what it did.
And you saw the reverse. Like Fiorentina.
Because let's be honest, if Juventus doesn't get Vlahovic, they're not in the Champions League.
No,
they're not.
But still, how many goals scored on Juventus? About 6 or 7.
Yeah, but they were important.
If it was a stay of Fiorentina, maybe.
Okay. Do you think Moise Kean is getting 8 goals if you put him in all those spots?
No.
No, I think they're not in the Champions League.
Remember the question I asked you guys when we got him? I said, how many goals do you think he'll score for
you? Yeah, I thought he would have scored a 15.
You guys said 15. I said, that's a lot.
I was hoping for double digits. I was hoping for 10.
I signed up. You guys talked me into signing up for 10. I thought that was realistic because they had the Champions League and everything still ahead. Yeah, but we saw the effect of how we played.
We weren't thinking Juventus would have sucked the match.
No, I was. I was just kind of got him doing what he normally
and he
does.
Did at the beginning. He did make a difference, right? I mean, he.
We're forgetting the Champions League goal he scored in 30 seconds on his debut.
You think the last game, if instead of Milan it was Juventus, Juventus would have been champion?
No, they would have lost.
They would have gone for tie and they would have lost.
Oh yeah, their tactics would have been totally.
He would have started with six defenders.
Yep. Although Sassuolo likes Juventus, so maybe they would have let him win.
So what
they have a good relationship.
Don't like everybody, don't like nobody. Sassuolo, it's.
All right, so wait, is this our bashing Juventus segment? Because I'm ready.
Should we cross over into the bashing Juventus segment?
I hate talking about them.
I love it. It's my favorite part of my week.
I did not. I will say. This last game of the season, I did not watch 1 second. I did watch the highlights, but I didn't watch any of the game live because I knew it was going to be shit, and I was right. It was a shit game.
I watched it. I mean, it was to the point where you were just watching it going, what the hell? Like, talk about a bad team playing with no motivation whatsoever.
Well, really, Frank, what was their motivation? They didn't have any.
How about not to show up like a bunch of like amateurs? How about that?
Final game away where they don't care. They already had their big celebrations last week, saying goodbye to people and all
Agreed. So you have all that. So there's no motivation as a coach. Why don't you play 6 or 7 young kids?
Because he's an idiot. I don't know. Like you knew that wasn't going to happen.
Who are going to take their first Serie A game in serious? Like what did you want to get out of getting Bonucci to play and these people to play? Like what was the point?
I can't answer
that. Because it's Moran.
Yeah. Like what's the point? He did them a favor. Why? Because he didn't play Vlahovic against Fiorentina?
I did say what I have an excuse. I put young people out.
Yeah. No, instead you put Kane up there. You put Bonucci in the back. Like, what was the point?
Wait, to be fair, Kane is young.
Yeah, he's a young guy.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we're stuck with him for how many more years?
Maybe not so long. So let's not talk about the game because the game sucked.
Yeah,
I'll give you guys 5 to 10 minutes talking
you know why
about
Ken
transfers.
kept on playing? Because they don't want to lose value.
Yeah, they have to try to show that.
Down.
Yeah.
So we got
But
5.
they didn't make a mistake because make him play, they lost the value.
Yeah. Damn, you still can't trap the ball.
We got 5 to 10 minutes to talk about possible transfers and what the rumors are about them, and then we're moving on.
So
first one we'll talk about is Kane for changing for Paredes over at PSG. There's that rumor of
I want to bring him by my shoulder.
Right,
Do
like
it.
come on, you freaking do that in a heartbeat.
Do it. That's silly.
PSG was in love with Kane. I mean, I know he played good for them that one season, but
no, he scored a significant goal.
Have you watched him though? Like
he played well for them.
I
Good.
know.
Let him go back and do well again.
PSG, he put a reserve, backup. He play okay.
He played a totally different style over
E
there.
poi, don't forget, PSG, we forgot about T-Card. Nobody talk about T-Card.
Because he doesn't do anything.
No, nobody want him. Like nobody. I don't know.
Because he's a headache and he doesn't
He's
score
toxic.
anymore. So yeah, he's toxic. He's not someone you want around your players. But
So
anyway.
do you want to just go the transfers rumor by rumor? Is that what you want to do, Dan? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, just if you guys have thoughts on what
My general thoughts. I'll give you a general thought before we get into specific players. The names that you're about to list off are really, really troublesome to me. Because instead of showing a team that I was hoping they were going to get a better direction and start building for the future with young people and being all the names I'm hearing are people that are old, past their prime, they're band-aids, right? I'm going to bring in a Di Maria for a year or two because he's free. I'm going to bring in a Pogba because he'll take less money, right?
To be fair, Pogba's in his prime. Your prime is 28 to 32.
The problem I have with Pogba is, you know why he's coming back to Juventus, right?
Allegri?
No, not Allegri.
He's coming back.
He's coming back to Juventus because
to find what he lost, I think.
You know what he lost? It's not Juventus. It's he wants to be the center of the project, the number 10, the person everybody holds the flag up to.
No,
that's what he wants to be.
You already say I don't want number 10.
Forget. Okay,
he wants to be the star.
He wants to be the center.
Yeah.
He wants to be Pogba.
No,
right? And
but you see they talk about Pogba. They talk about Di Maria. There's people to go there. They should say, "Hey, why you sell the ball for?"
Yeah.
I mean, you want a team or what?
It's a valid question. Like, if you're signing me, why'd you get rid of the guy I like? The guy I played with, one of my good friends.
Pogba with the ball, they were like this.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, so my point is, just to finish my thought and then let you guys go. Every single player, the Acerbi change, who are they potentially swapping for Acerbi? I forget.
Rugani,
like it just tells me a management and a coach that are like in desperation mode to be like, who can we bring in that are a little bit more expert experience that we can afford?
Yeah, Baba, Acerbi's older than him.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So it's like, what is the move to get players that are 1 or 2 years that you're going to be stuck with guys that are all retiring? They can't play. Like, I don't understand the direction.
At least Rugani, the climb in there.
But Rugani played his best year. Now you want to train him for Acerbi?
But this is all Allegri because his job is on the line. He doesn't want these young guys.
That's what I'm saying. So my hope is if they do this direction, it falls apart one more time and him and Agnelli are gone. Because if Agnelli is about, I got to save I picked Allegri and got to prove that it wasn't a mistake. And I'm going to make one mistake on top of another mistake to try to hide it and save it. And we're stuck with a bunch of 35-year-olds that suck.
Okay.
He already is talking about to confirm Miretti on the roster, right?
Wow. You think he better be? What the hell? I mean,
no, it better be, but there is a condition. You say between Rovella, Ranocchi, Fagioli, and Miretti, one of them stay.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, they're going to make money on the other two. They need
see, that's the mistake. To me, I think I would loan Moretti. I think I would loan Moretti, let him play in Serie A for 1 year. I would bring back Ravella and Fagioli. And Fagioli, I think, is going to end. I think they're going to end up selling him for like a Milinkovic-Savic or someone, and it's going to be a big mistake.
I think it's going to be a big mistake too.
You don't think Moretti would be a perfect fit for a team like Sassuolo? Like, he would be ridiculous.
Here's my issue, and then Frank, you're muted. I don't know what happened to your mic. I can't hear. My issue with the with their whole mentality and the names that you're that we're hearing. Frank, log out and come back in. That we're hearing is they had this idea of we're not going to give anyone more than $7 million a year. We're not going to get anyone over this age, and then everyone that you're hearing is over the age, and that they're going to get $10 million a year. Like it's just like where's the continuity?
Stop here. Hey, I go back to the Bala, right? 7 million, 7.5. Already 2 people you mentioned, De Maria.
That's what I'm saying.
Pogba, they go over the 8 to 9 and 10 million.
Yeah, so where's the consistency in
Yeah.
there's nothing.
The Bala is younger than both of them.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can. Go ahead.
So I agree 100%, and not just to Dybala, right? Who else did you tell we can't go above a certain amount? Who's a really young player and amazing? We just got him. Vlahovic, right?
Well, yeah, when they signed him,
we said we can't go above 7.
Well, no one is going to go above him is the thing.
No one's going to go above him. So now,
not
even 6 months later, you're bringing in a 33-year-old guy for a year, and you're bringing in Pogba in there above him.
There's no consistency.
They were just excuses to essentially get rid of Dybala. They do not like him.
Mm-hmm. To me, that's why you build distrust, and these people are going to want to leave. Because they're like, what the hell?
Like, if you're a player for them, you can't believe anything that your saying, your owners are saying, because they are telling you one thing and then do something else behind your back.
And if you're Delit and specifically Vlahovic, you're kind of going, you want me to stay? I want the money that Pug was making.
Mm-hmm.
At least Ramsey's coming back.
Yeah, we got Ramsey back. That's good.
No, perché Delit used to make it to, well, how much he makes Delit?
Well, he's going to get a raise now. They're going to extend.
He's going to get a raise, but are they going to go as high as Pogba for him too?
So
what? Vlahovic is going to make less than 5 people on the team?
Well, I think with the rumors with Pogba is like with his bonuses, it'll be like $10 million a year, which I don't think anyone else is going to be making that much. So,
and it's not that I hate Pogba. It's that and also, by the way, there was a good guy. I sent you the link, but I don't know if you watched it. What's his name? Offsman or whatever. He's an Italian guy on YouTube. But it was true. They showed his like ratings for the last 5 years. Right, Pogba, and every year his average rating has gone down.
2 years ago, he had an okay season, but he's been declined for so long.
So what are we signing up for?
He hasn't been happy either, though. There's stuff going on.
Let's say,
Crimea River.
I'm just saying.
Let's think about Manchester United, right? He lost already Pogba once, 0, right?
Yeah.
To Juventus. Then they had to brought him back 105 million.
Yeah.
Now they're willing to let it go for 0.
Yeah.
So ask a question, why?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't do nothing for them.
They clearly don't value him.
Yeah, but
I don't think Pogba totally sucks. But do you think you're going to get 40 good games out of Pogba, or he's going to carry the team? I don't.
I mean, in that midfield, he's gonna probably.
Let's not compare it to the midfield we have now because it stinks, right?
Then they compare. The Bala, he was injured, right? All right, was covered, injured.
Pogba's always injured.
Pogba is the same.
I just don't get the philosophy, like you said, Dan. They just look the players in the eye, tell them one thing, and then a week later they're like, "We never said that."
It seems like they have a meeting once a week and say, "Okay, we said this last week. We're switching. We're changing to this." Like, what do you mean? We just had a plan. What do you guys?
And who's in charge? Is it Carabini or is it Arriva Bene? Because what I've heard, different people. One guy wants to go young, the other guy wants to go old.
But then again.
Then you've
Allegri, they say he wants this people, experienced people.
Who does?
Allegri.
Yeah.
The ball is the best one that you give away. I don't understand.
Let me ask you something. Midfield. If 4 of your midfielders next year were Pogba, Locatelli, Fagioli, and Ravella, would you guys be happy?
Well, you forgot about Zakaria.
Zakaria too. Those 5.
What about Kenny?
I would be happy, but two things in there are not going to happen: Rovella and Fagioli.
But that's what I'm saying. When I say
that would make me happy.
You have to get rid of Rabiot and Arthur.
Yes, that would make me happy if they were going to.
Yeah, I think they were going to bet 2 young people.
Yes, that would make me happy because I believe in Fagioli. I believe in Rovella.
I think Rovella is sold. I don't think he ever plays a game for Juventus.
You think he's sold?
Yeah, I think he's
to who?
Anyone. I think he's a solid player that people will take, and I think they can make a little bit of money on him.
One little bit, man.
So it's going to be the same mistake where we end up selling Spinazzola, any good young person we have, to try to get a couple bucks so we can get some old guy. Is that what we're going to do?
It's the same thing they did with Kane 3 years ago. They made money on him.
Well, that was a good move.
So you want to tell them
at the time, though, people were pissed.
And you want to tell them they don't know what they're talking about?
I already told. I said many times.
They don't know. They don't know what
they don't know. I mean, because then we're just so the problem with me is if you don't have hope and you don't have a belief that things are going in the right direction, getting better, then what the hell are we doing? We're just going to do the same thing.
Hope for this.
I don't. Pond in the chat says you guys look so happy today. We are actually very happy because Inter did not win the league, so this is the happiest we've been.
We cannot be up just to think that.
Well, I'm happy for that.
This year it's a cancellation process.
I think you have to, besides the ball, we never can lead.
Yeah, big losses.
Let me just happy because my tan looks pretty good on camera.
It does look good. So wait, so you guys think that Rovella is definitely gone? You think?
I think so.
And what about Fagioli?
Why? I don't think so.
I think 2 of them are gone. I think Rovella is definitely one of them.
I don't know why. So we can bring back Ramsey and Rabiot.
Man, you gotta.
And then they're looking, and then what they're going to do is they're going to go buy someone like Rovella for $40 million, like they pay for 35, like they pay for Locatelli.
Yeah, it's like
plan?
Let's go get Fratesi and spend
let's get rid of Fagioli and Rovella, and then we'll go pay $40 million for Fratesi. And then in 2 years when they're good, we'll see if we can pay them back for more money. Is that the plan?
Yeah, it's stupid. Dom, throw up the scores for the other games because not that I want to go over all the others, but we did have a relegation battle that we should talk about. Because
I saw Rovella play on the Italy team, the second team. He played beautiful.
Rovella's good, and Fagioli's good.
I've been watching Rovella for 2 years. He's the best player on Genoa for 2 years. So
late in Genoa didn't play too much.
Yeah, because Bleston didn't like him. He didn't like his style. He wants people who are going to run.
Yeah, maybe to run, or maybe it was a little bit.
But Fagioli's got a little bit of everything in him, and I think he could grow into it. And I like Moretti. I saw him in the preseason, and I was hoping they were going to play him. But I think Moretti needs another year.
I tell you, Moretti's a good player, right? I don't think he's ready for you.
No, he's not. I think he could use a year playing.
I don't think he's ready for
on like an Empoli or so, full time.
He's 19. Send him to
he's
Sassuolo.
19. Send him to Sassuolo. He'll come back good.
And Miretti, try. Why don't you try Sole? Do you look like the ball in his play sometimes?
I think Sole is very good, and I think that's somebody we never see.
I would loan him out too.
I think that's somebody that's going to go.
Sole no miss mai.
Yeah, and you're telling me Ake is more ready than Sole?
I don't know.
And what about Kyle George? You guys giving up on him?
Kyle George can go.
The guy, the defender, the Winter, is not good.
No, he was good.
Yeah, the Winter. I think I gotta say the little bit I saw Kyle George now, it was a couple minutes. He never played. He never touched the ball. I was not impressed at all. But I wasn't impressed at all.
He looked a lot like Kane on the field.
Yeah.
He kind of
didn't look fast. Didn't look that great. Like I don't know. I don't see
Pond. That is why we're happy. Exactly the same reason. You're happy that City won over Liverpool. Yeah, that's why we're happy. Let's just talk about really quickly the relegation games because it was. Salernitana really, they blew their game. They got destroyed by Udinese 4-0. In a game where they
for that game they deserved to go.
Right? They played like the first half of the season.
Before nothing, that's the game.
Especially since they've been playing so well. Too.
Yeah. Like destiny was in their hands.
I didn't see the game, but how did it end up being 4-0?
Udinese played good. They had a lot of shots. They played offensive. Salernitana actually had a lot of shots, but they're both made a lot of saves.
The guy, Juventus put a nice Moline oggi. From Udinese.
Udogi's gonna get bought by someone.
Yeah,
they look good.
He's good. He's a teenage under 21.
Yeah, he's a very
Italy.
national team.
Yeah, he's going to get sold this summer. But they played offensive. Udinese didn't sit back. They played like they don't want Salernitana in the league, and they destroyed them.
Hey, you know the Udinese coach, he did renew for next year,
which is a surprise because he did pretty good with them.
They were playing good.
Renew.
I think teams will be looking at him also if they doesn't renew. He'll get
now the coach, they just decide tonight to confirm is Mihalovic.
With who? Oh, with Bologna?
See, because the Bologna president, he was not willing to maybe in the beginning to confirm it for the sickness, you know.
Listen, didn't they make him an honorary?
Mihalovic say, you don't have to think about health. You have to think if I'm a good coach.
Did you guys hear the dumb rumor of PSG going after Mota?
Mota's always rumored to that job because he used to play there.
I know, but like,
Because he played for PSG.
Yeah,
That's never gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen anytime soon.
every time I see that, I'm just like, what is going on?
You think Messi and Mbappe are gonna listen to that fool?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of
Of
here.
course.
It's so stupid.
No, but you see what's wrong with PSG, Paris Saint-Germain? You know, they think they buy the name. They not put it together team.
Yeah, go ahead. Go get that name. He'll be fired by November.
They've been buying the name. They've been buying the names for
But they don't
10
put
years
it
now,
to-
and they never put together a team.
Plus, he's not a name as a coach. He's a scrub as a
No,
coach. So why
no.
would you do that? It makes
He
no
doesn't even
sense.
have a big enough profile, so I don't.
No, I wouldn't even give him Bologna's job in Italy. You're going to give him PSG? Get out of here. Pon saying if you can't beat last, you don't deserve to stay up. And that's the other game, which was Cagliari versus Venezia. Venezia, who's already out, and Cagliari, they see that Salernitana is down 4-0, and they can't score one goal against Venezia. It's disgraceful. And
But I heard this game. I didn't watch, but I heard Kai had a lot of shots on goal.
They did. They had tons of. They had way more opportunities, but still, you can't score.
But that's a goal playing good.
He played good. Bellanova played good for Cagliari.
I'm glad they.
No,
Me too.
He played well this season.
You mentioned Bellanova. Before they were thinking Juventus to buy Bellanova, which is young, they would approve. And now no more.
No, but
he's going to get sold.
He'll get bought though.
He's not going to play in the second division, so he's going to get bought by somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the Juventus want him. Now I don't know.
I think that would probably be too big of a leap for him right away.
Now we need people 35 plus.
Yeah.
You want to know something?
We'll take his father.
You want to know something? We renew Quadrado. If I was, then I wouldn't think twice.
It was mandatory. It was mandatory. They had to do it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't think twice. Lately, don't convince me a lot.
How did that deal work out? Who were we talking about a couple of weeks ago? Same money, just add an extra year?
Him. They offered him that same deal with an extra year. So they just wanted to split it up. And why would anyone do that? Like,
team is so stupid.
I'm not an economics major, but I know that I'm getting screwed here. Like, what the hell?
Frank, can't hear you.
So anyway, we have Salernitana stayed up, which to me, I'm way happier than if Cagliari stayed up because Cagliari are terrible. They have racist fans, and I'm sick of them. So go ahead.
They didn't deserve to stay.
Yeah.
Hey, did Tottenham officially make the Champions League? So there's a special K deal.
Yeah, Kulusevski will be.
So that's automatic.
Yes, it's an obligation now.
Alex Baldwin, what did you say that?
No Alec Baldwin either. So they fired him. So Coyote's dead to me. I want them. They can stay and get relegated.
How did that firing him work out at the end of the year? They really
terrible. Like really, did they do any better? So there you have.
So the special K deal is done, and Bentancur, they're both guaranteed.
Bentancur was already guaranteed.
Yeah,
was his guaranteed right?
Yeah.
So that's good. I was worried there.
And to be fair, both of them played really well for Tottenham.
No, that's good.
Bentancur was bought.
Yeah.
It's Kulusevski was but they buy Kulusevski.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them.
Me
They're
too.
lucky.
Good.
Let's talk a little bit Atalanta. The cycle is gone.
Well,
I said that 6 months ago, and you guys laughed at me.
No. You know what? Another things about Gasperini, Demiral, they say they don't go along.
Isn't Gasperini leaving though?
No, I heard he's staying.
Is that for sure?
Yeah, I think. Well, he's gonna have a meeting with the owner, and they're gonna sit down and they're gonna see what the plan is, where the team, what direction they're gonna go in. Are they gonna spend money? Are they gonna get rid of everyone? Like I said, they have a really good youth system too. So even if they do get rid of some people,
but you have to remember,
team,
Gasparini's getting older, right? Like to start a new cycle with a bunch of guys that are going to take 4 years to get good.
No, I
he's
know,
going to be 72.
But they also do have money. Like they're one of the few teams with money who could buy someone.
They're one of the few Italian teams that actually make money. So, like, I don't think that cycle is necessarily over. No. They just need to reevaluate the team and put the money somewhere useful.
They're going to need big change, like a lot of changes, I think.
Yeah, we'll see what that actually looks like. You know, because how old is Gasperini? Is he 67?
Listen, I'm more confident in them doing it than Juventus.
Well, no, we're getting a Cherby. What are you talking about? I didn't like him 2 years ago.
Pond in the chat says United need a center back, defensive mid, 2 strikers. If they're only buying Serie A players, who would you have them buy? So if they
Kane, Bonucci.
No, I mean if you want a center back, you're gonna want Bremer from this season.
Yes.
He's the center back.
Or Koulibaly.
Yeah, or Koulibaly.
Those are guys they can afford.
Yeah, I would have get a Bremer because he's young.
Bremer's younger, yeah.
So when you buy someone, you have to think if you have a price to resell after.
I think.
Well, no, Juventus clearly isn't.
I think Bremer would be perfect for them.
Bremer will be probably for the age.
His physical, his physicality.
Striker wise, I mean, they could look at Raspadori. They could look at Scamacca.
Yeah, I mean, are you looking for Italians only, or are you?
Well, he said Serie A players.
Yeah, so Serie A players. I mean, Vlahovic would be the striker I want on. For Manchester United.
Vlahovic you're not getting. So
they can get Martinez. They could go after.
They can get Martinez from Inter.
Bremer is Brazilian.
Bremer is Brazilian, yeah.
Lautaro might be available. Maybe
Lautaro might be available. That's not a bad.
You go for
and defensive mid.
I mean, we'll give you Arthur.
You don't want him. Who we missing?
Arthur, they offer to everybody. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody wants it. Who as the defensive midfielder would you say would be a solid? I don't know. Who do you consider a defensive midfielder? Do you consider Brozovic a defensive? Do you consider Tonali? Those kind of players.
Yeah, but those players aren't moving.
No, exactly.
Tonali's not going to go. Brozovic.
Maxime Lopez, would you say he would be somebody that we know?
Yeah, but is he a big profile for?
He's not big enough for Manchester United. Yeah. That's a tough one. That's a harder position to fill. But strikers, you're looking Raspadori, Scamacca. Lautaro,
maybe
Abraham's not going anywhere. Muriel, Zapata,
maybe Osimhen if they really want to break the bank.
Osimhen, yeah, people are going to want Osimhen, and
if they're willing to pay $200 million for him.
What about Belotti?
Guys, these people they go abroad in England.
That's what he's asking.
That's what he's asking.
Manchester United needs these players. If they had to buy from Italy, who would they be?
Yeah, Osimhen's not getting bought by another Italian team. He's going to England if he gets bought.
So Osimhen might be somebody.
There's talent. If you do your scouting right, you can get good players from Italy.
Yeah.
Why do you think Italy did so good in the Euros? Like, there's talent there.
Why do you think Italy didn't make the World Cup?
No. But what Chris is saying is, people in the Serie A in other countries played for other countries did extremely well in the Euros. Like
Dom had a good one. And Gisa.
But he's not going anyway. They're going to buy him.
Yeah, they just bought him.
Yeah, but we were to say, Lukaku went to Chelsea. He didn't play at all.
Yeah, but that was the fit.
He
doesn't fit there.
Why'd they buy him then?
What do you buy for?
They're regretting that decision. They should have never bought him.
He didn't play. How many games did he play?
He played on.
No, because they play more the ball. Lukaku, he was good for Conte game.
Yeah.
So what if he ends up back with Conte? You never know.
Well, they have Harry Kane. I don't think their idea is to get rid of Kane. So
Kane
and
Lukaku together.
Yeah, okay, that'll work.
Why not?
Kane is really forward.
No, Kane can play off of Lukaku. He can run off of him.
They can play together.
I just don't see
Harry Kane, not our Kane.
Not Moise Kane. Pon says, where does Dybala end up? Chris said Inter. I think Inter. I would like to see him go to Milan, to be honest.
There's rumors that he already bought a house in Milan.
But Dybala would like to go to Roma.
Rome would be fun, too. Rome would be really fun.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, if I was Dybala, dato che Inter is adversario of Juventus, I think one thing: if I win the championship,
You would be a legend.
with the Roma, it would
Yeah.
be something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you would be.
But you think he cares that they're anti-Juventus? Like they treated him like shit.
I
would
think
answer
so.
too.
I think he still thinks about that.
No. You think about the fans. The fans like.
Oh, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah,
the
the
way they
fans like
treated
him.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, so on Rome, you're saying why? Because they play good soccer.
Well, I
and
think
he'd be
the
entertaining.
fit,
I
you
don't know.
have Abraham.
Oh,
you
very
get to
good.
pick
Roma,
Pellegrini.
Roma, if you put the ball, get another 0.25% better.
Yeah, I think that would be an awesome fit. I would love
Roma,
to see
if
that.
you go the ball with Roma. Roma is a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank's muted again. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing to his mic. He doesn't know how to work this. This is only episode 88. He'll figure it out.
You hear me?
Yeah, now he can. What are you saying?
It keeps coming off like all the mics.
Huh.
I was gonna say if you go to a team like Rome and you're Dybala, you're not even guaranteed to make the Champions League.
No, but
Who
you're
said that?
guaranteed to be a legend if you win it.
Yeah, but you want to go to a team where you're going to be in the big games, right? Not that you have to be.
Listen, he
Hey,
doesn't,
what?
he
It's
doesn't even play for Juventus.
European League, right?
What?
European League.
Yeah, we're Europa League.
Yeah,
they're in.
European League. So you
The first
want to
year. If you get in the first four,
if
because Roma is in the probably in the moment you can get in the first.
listen, if you want to tell me Napoli, Milan,
No, I think
Inter-
he's right. I think if he
Me
goes
too.
to if he went to Rome,
I
I
like
think they would be very, very good.
I like their roster, man.
I'm not saying they wouldn't be good. I'm just saying, would you pick them? Like, what would make you pick them out of
Wait,
all the other Italian teams that want you?
Spinazzola coming back for a full season, you know.
Well, they do have Spinazzola. That's worth enough signing right there.
So and Mourinho has another year. I think it would be a good fit.
See, Mourinho wants even a good player too.
Yeah,
Of course, he
Yeah,
wants
if
good players.
Mourinho makes another season.
he's gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
make it.
Mourinho maxes out at 3 years, then he's gone.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And then
by the way,
then you're stuck in Rome with
in
who?
2 days they have the final.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. We didn't mention that. They play Wednesday for the Conference League final against who do they even play? It's a German team?
No.
No.
Oh wait.
I have no idea. I haven't kept up with that conference, but it'll be the last game that we watch before the Champions League final. But which no Italian teams are in. Dom,
If I was coach, I would go right away to Roma. I mean, I think he has a good roster.
Me too.
I agree. Dom,
Yeah.
throw up our predictions if you're still there. I don't know if our producer's here. So it's ended.
What the hell? I text you this stuff.
You didn't text us the scores, Frank. So I got your wins down. You got the correct.
Sassuolo,
Frank, you didn't give me scores, so you got
That's
1
fine.
point for the ones you got
I'm just
right.
mentally saying I got them all correct.
You were out of it anyway. You freaking suck at this. Chris and I are now tied 72-72. So the only logical thing I could think of is we pick the Conference League game, and the winner goes from that. But I don't even, to be honest, I don't even know who Rome's playing. So I feel stupid picking it.
I know Rome is the favorite, not by much, but they are the favorite.
Okay, so Chris, you're going to tell me a score, and you're going to tell me
Pick the Conference League and the Champions League.
Well, I mean, there's no way I'm going to go against Rome. 2-1 Rome.
Okay, so then we're both going with Rome, so now we're going on scores. So you're saying 2-1 Rome.
Yeah.
I'm saying 2-2 and they win in penalty shots. Can I pick that? Is that allowed?
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well,
And
that'll
pick the Champions League too.
No, I don't even watch those games. I don't care about that.
The Champions League final.
I mean, I'll watch it.
Oh, it's a good game.
Chris, who you got?
No, you go first. I just went first.
Real Madrid's in the game, right? You're joking. Yeah, so I'm going with them. 2-1.
Well, I was going to literally pick the same exact thing. So
Well, then why'd you tell me to go first?
I don't know.
So pick something different. It has to be a different.
All right. 3-2.
Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, 3-2. Yeah, that's fine.
No
All
one
right.
picked Liverpool, huh?
No.
I think
No,
Liverpool's
gotta go with the Italian
going to
coach.
win 3-2.
To be honest, I couldn't care less who wins that game. I just threw out a number. We'll see who gets the title on this one. I remember watching Real versus Juve at 3 a.m. in China. Was that for the Champions League when they played against each other?
Yeah.
Dom in the chat speaking Liverpool if you care. So, do you guys have anything else to say about this season to close it up? I think we covered actually a lot of stuff there. We didn't just stick to one thing, which was good.
I'm glad it's over, honestly.
Yeah, this was a season as a Juventus fan I'm not going to remember for too long after the end of the season.
Well, listen, it's going to be a quick off season, and we're going to get going right away. And the moves are going to happen fast. A lot of the moves have happened already, so
I will tell you though,
to talk about.
If these moves happen with the rumors that we're hearing, if it's really what they do, I feel like it's just going to carry over to from a shitty season to a shitty off season.
Frank, I hate to tell you, it's happening.
And by the way, for anyone else who
chair
might be
be
listening
everything
to this, like other Juventus fans are pretty high on these moves. Like we're in the minority of like.
Well, first of all, that's a good point, Dan. So we are not saying that Pogba sucks or that Di Maria sucks. They're good players. I just don't get why they're bringing these players in at this age.
You just don't like the direction they're going.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
But if you read anything online or talk to anyone, they're like, cool, nice, we're excited, like this is good. So
Di Maria, I don't get. Well, like, was it going to be a 1-year deal?
It is, and actually, I think Di Maria has 1 year left in him, and I'm not even that.
It'll be a good year, but what are we, the MLS? Or we bring Chiellini in for a year or Brahman? I don't get it.
No, if it's a 1-year deal, I'm not mad at it, honestly.
What is that? How does that help you build, though?
It doesn't, but you have to remember, Allegri's trying to save his job. The team sucks.
That's what it screams of, right? Like, get a good player for 1 year.
Our producer's giving the sign-off symbols. Subscribe, YouTube, Twitch, all your podcasts, listen to us, send in questions. We're not here next week because of Memorial Day, celebrating the country. I don't know what we celebrate. But we will be back in 2 weeks, and there'll probably be a lot of moves to talk about.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
It could be Inter who's going to win the championship. The Scudetto.
Oh,
VAR's
going to come back and take away 3.
We'll let you know if the championship has changed in 2 weeks.
Give him a star.
That's funny.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.